First Eps Podcast is back. This week we watched the Muppets Mayhem. It's a brand new Muppet show in 2023. Can you believe it?
I actually did not believe it when you told me. I was like, I haven't heard anything about this, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, so we did. We watched the first episode. We're going to talk all about this and so much more. My name is Eric.
And I, Je m'appelle Keith.
And this is First Eps. Wee wee. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another amazing, I'm calling my shot, amazing episode of First Eps. We've been off a couple weeks. You know, it's like...
Was it a couple weeks?
I don't really know anymore. The time has no meaning to me.
It does
It's just
not.
a big blur.
Yeah.
Maybe just a week.
I think it was just 1 week.
I don't know.
Maybe it was more than that.
Yeah, who knows?
I thought it was just last week.
Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, it's something like springtime, summertime, so it's like there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
We got to find time in our busy schedules.
And then we're also just kind of tired too.
I'm very tired all the time. I'm just tired all the time.
It's not quite warm enough up to be like real summertime right now.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like I just want to get going more, but it's not.
Yeah.
And then I just want to go to bed.
Yeah. Should we do some more shows out on the in the back like we
Lanai.
used to do?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
I think some of the fans are probably dying for that throwback.
Yeah, you get to hear the birds, my neighbors yelling.
Spider.
The spider.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Quality stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you been? You been all right? Just tired?
Yeah, just tired.
Yeah, that dude.
Well, one of the things I discovered, so I went for my, a long-time viewers, of course, in the past month or so will know that I had broken my part of my arm. And I feel like I'm pretty good now, a little sore still, but I thought I was totally back with my function. And when I went there, the doctor was like, "Oh, good, you're all great." Oh, she's like, "Oh, this is all good." And then she's like, "Okay, how about touching your shoulders?" And I was like, "Oh, that's hard."
We're supposed to be able to do that? I can't do that. Oh, I just did it.
Like this. Like, I can do this.
Yeah.
This is still hard for me.
Look at me. I can do both sides.
You can do like that.
Ow. But yeah, no, I can't do that.
See? You can't really do that.
I think for me, it's because my muscles are so big.
It's got to be that. Yeah, I have no muscles, so I'm just like, she knows I'm just like tendons.
You're just like a rubbery,
exactly. But I'm not rubbery on this side, so I got to keep flexing that elbow.
Oh, yeah. What are you about, 80%?
I think I'm more than 80%. How rude. Like 99.5%.
I mean, you've never really been 100%.
99.5.
Yeah, and I took my my brace off for the first time today.
Yeah, and how are we feeling?
It's good. I'm wearing a watch for the first time in 2 months.
Yeah, we're going to do a little arm wrestling later on.
Hell yeah.
I can see it like going wrong for either one of us.
Oh, that would be terrible. We'd both be out. We would both snap in half.
Exactly.
Oof.
Your wrist, my elbow, we're back in the ER.
We got to drink more milk.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should start just having milk.
Well, I've been having a lot of milk substitutes.
Yeah,
Oats,
that's your problem.
Soy, almond.
You're not getting your
no more milk.
Vitamins.
No.
All right.
So that's what we've been up to.
That's good. That's ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Just sore.
Our health journeys.
Yeah,
sore
injuries. Yeah, it's about the same. Need more milk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like the lactose for me. Like, that's just, I'll have a little bit of milk.
You take a pill, right?
Yeah. I could also just take a vitamin, I guess, right?
Oh, I guess so if you want calcium.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this show. Everybody's here to find out what we thought of this new Muppets show.
Yeah, people are dying to know more about the show. It's like everywhere. I've seen it. Everyone is talking about it.
So it's not on, like, before we do a show, I look to see if there's something maybe like that's trending that people want to talk about. It wasn't on like the first like 100 shows. But
this is the show we're all dying to talk about.
Yeah.
That's why we cover it here at First Eps, right?
Yeah. All the trending shows.
Yeah.
Might be in the top 200.
Yeah.
And that's where we fall in,
Well, we were just saying that in France, we've been getting some good traction.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Muppets are huge in France.
And so we may even go up into, maybe we'll crack into like the 90s.
Do you think, I feel like the French probably hate the Muppets.
Why would they hate the Muppets?
American Muppets, puppets.
You think so?
I don't know. They have like sophisticated like mimes as their comedy.
Like a sense of humor?
And like those different kind of puppets.
The marionettes.
The marionettes.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Oh, they want to see strings on their Muppets.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
No strings on these Muppets.
I thought there was like Geppetto. That's like Italian.
Oh.
Right? Like
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, you're probably right. But marionette, isn't that a French word? It sounds French.
It does sound marionette. Yeah, that's French. Yeah.
Well, let's just talk about this show. despite its low trending, you and I both really love the Muppets.
Yes.
Like we've talked about it before.
Yep.
We grew up watching the Muppets.
Who didn't?
All the spin-offs, all the movies. And then we saw they were coming out with a Muppets show that was just about the Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Absolutely. And
the
obviously,
musical.
it's like in the same vein as Daisy Jones.
Daisy Jones and the Six. Yeah. So one of your favorite Muppets is Janice.
Yes, and this really takes her point of view center stage. We find out who Janice is and how she sexually evolves as a character, and I loved it.
All right. And you pointed out as we were watching this that I look a lot like Dr. Teeth.
And we didn't realize it until this show.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like we each have our own, our own Muppet that we're rooting for here.
I guess.
So it starts off right away, and you know that the production quality is high because you can see the Muppets' feet. Anytime you see a Muppet's feet, you're like, man, they put some work into this.
And they know that, too, because the first scene they grab us with, the first scene the Muppets are in it, that Mayhem is there, full feet. Full feet projection. Exactly.
They got their legs, their feet, full on display. They're on like a concert. They're even like Animal was like crowd surfing.
Yes.
We see his legs,
little arms and legs.
Yeah.
You see it all. Yep.
We knew we're ready to rock.
Yeah.
They're singing, "I want to rock and roll all night," and then
party,
and part of every day.
And part of every day
is what Nora says, played by Lily Singh. It's the next scene. We see her going through a drive-thru thing and part of every day.
So part of every day. Yeah,
that's one of those famous misheard lyrics.
I mean, I never thought it's. Did you think it said that?
No,
that's just part of the joke, right?
Yeah. Well, I think some people probably did. I don't know if it's part of a joke or not.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought it was party every day, and I never looked it up. I just assumed.
Yeah. Well, because you're right.
Oh.
But what about like, excuse me while I kiss this guy? You know that one.
Well, you got to sing it for me. I'm not sure.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. It's Jimi Hendrix. It's excuse me while I kiss the sky. But people say they're saying kiss this guy.
I don't know if I know that
band in the lower half of the Americas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So next we see that she's an employee. This Lily, Nora, I should say, is an employee of this Wax Records. It's an old record company run by this old Muppet.
Love her.
Yeah. She reminds us of just all our mothers.
Yeah.
Just rolled into one in a Muppet form.
Sassy, sweet, but ready to move on to the next phase of her life. So she's ready to close the record company down.
Close it down. And Nora wants to keep her job, obviously. She's been working there for 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what she does, what she's been doing.
No.
But, she sees that they had a contract at one point with the Electric Mayhem to make a record, and they never did.
They never followed through.
Yeah. So this point we see, I love this part because then she Googles them and finds like a thing with Ryan Seacrest, kind of like a behind the music type thing.
Yes.
And it's like all these celebrities talking about like what the Electric Mayhem means to them and how they've just been touring for just years and have never made an album.
Yep.
And they're huge. They're like a huge band.
Yeah, everyone loves them. Yep.
Like initially I thought it was going to be like one of those like stories where like, you got to get the band together and like make them popular again. But no, they're huge. Yeah. They're like the U2 of the Muppet world.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming when this, because we know this is going to hit the cultural gestalt, right? So when that goes back, then one of those flashbacks, right? To how we know about this.
Sure.
How they came together,
Yeah,
maybe
probably.
Kermit, maybe we'll get some some throw-ins. Yeah.
And then bam. A candidate for best credits at the Eps Awards. It was a song. It was like trippy, psychedelic. It was great. Also during that behind the music type thing, they were doing like a montage maybe of them or at some point. At one point they're driving in a van, and I swear it was like smoky inside the van, like for one frame.
You mentioned that.
Did you see that at all, or was I just projecting?
I think I saw it.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, are they getting high?
Yeah.
But we never saw it again. So I'm going to have to loop back. I'm going to look back. Or if you have, saw the Easter egg,
let us know when that was. What was the timestamp on that?
2 minutes. Next up, we see Taj Mowry. Yes, that Taj Mowry of
I didn't know that.
Tia and Tamara fame.
Yeah, do you know Taj Mowry?
Yeah, well, I did back when he was on.
What was he on?
He was like the smartest kid. What was that show?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was always like on TGIF.
Wait, was he on Sister Sister?
Maybe? No. Maybe? No. I don't know.
Oh, was he? No.
This is the best part of the podcast.
What?
Wait a minute. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was like a real smart kid in the show when he was little. He was like really smart and he was little. Anywho.
There was a smart like black kid who was on Full House. Was that him?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh.
But
really?
that wasn't the same character. It wasn't like a spin-off type situation. But yeah, that was the same actor, yes.
It was him?
He was, friends with Michelle or something.
Yeah,
right?
because he was like a know-it-all. Yeah.
So yeah, next up, Nora tracks down the Electric Mayhem.
Okay.
Tells them, okay, this is the plan. You're gonna make a record. You're gonna save this company I work for.
Yes.
Because we gave you a $420,000 advance or something on this record.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Ooh, what happened to that money?
Yeah.
Where did that go?
Mm-hmm.
No one seems to know.
Turns out Zoot took it.
Oh, that's right. He cashed it.
Yeah, he bought Coke. Just a ton of Coke.
Now, did you know all their names?
And he zooted it. No.
I did not.
I knew Animal.
Right.
Dr. Teeth.
Yep.
And Janice.
Me too.
Because then there's Lips.
I did not know Lips. Lips plays the trombone.
He's the trombone guy. And there's Zoot.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
I didn't know what his name was.
Is there any more?
I think that's it.
Okay. There might be one more. I don't know.
No. That's the whole band, I think.
But yeah, and the best part of the entire show for me was Animal having a crush on Nora.
Oh, with those,
and the whole time he would just say,
with those big eyes.
Yeah, he would just say, Nora, or he would just say, hi. Hi. He just kept saying hi.
You're good at that.
Yeah, I've been working on it. But I think that was also, we watched this show with my 5-year-old son, and I think that was also his favorite.
He liked that.
So him and I are very similar in our things that we
both
like.
very involved in the humor. Yeah.
And then another great scene: Dr. Teeth in the hot tub, and he's out there, he's drinking a Mai Tai. She's like, "Where'd you even get that Mai Tai?" And then all of a sudden she's like, "I want a Mai Tai," and he's like, "Got 2 Mai Tais."
Yeah.
He's magic. I'm telling you.
I do think that there was a little continuity error there because, there wasn't the one Muppet movies. Janice specifically said something about it. She went to the locker with the jacuzzi in it. Where I think it's Muppet Takes Manhattan.
Okay.
And then they were in kind of a jacuzzi. So I think that would have been a natural we know that Janice likes jacuzzis.
Yeah.
So she should have been in there. Maybe.
Gotcha. Maybe.
Not Dr. Teeth, I would say.
That if they were both in there together, would it have alluded to something? Yeah.
Gotcha. So
this is a TV PG show.
Yeah. Well, can't we just have Janice and not Dr. Teeth?
No, because Dr. Teeth was nude.
Well, can't Janice be nude and Dr. Teeth not be in their nude?
Well, then they'd have to blur out her Muppet bosoms.
Well, she could be under the water like he was. We didn't see his Muppet chest.
I did. I was looking. I was a-liking. So she's out there for 2 minutes. She comes back into the house, and they're having this huge party.
Nora, not
yeah,
Janice.
Nora. Janice was in the house partying the whole time. She's doing whippets.
Well, what Janice was doing was comes back into the party, and there's a huge ice cutout of Janice being made with uvula in place.
Yeah, exactly.
That was amazing.
They also had Steve Aoki DJing. Billy Corgan was there setting up a wrestling ring.
Absolutely.
Because that's his thing. A lot of people don't know that he now owns the NWA wrestling company. So, yeah, he's no longer just a smashing pumpkin.
No, now he is a
wrestling pumpkin.
Perfect.
And then, a bunch of other stuff happens. We don't need to go through all of it.
No,
but basically, we can't. So we get to a point where, Nora tells them, okay, we're going to figure this out. Go to the shack.
Yep.
And, we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah.
So they go to this place they think is the shack.
Yep.
Paint it all up.
Yep. Love, love, love.
And they're singing
song.
Can You Picture That?
That's right.
Love that song from, it must have been on the Muppets show or maybe one of the movies.
I did not know there was a song from there.
Oh, dude, it was one of my favorite songs when I was a youngster. It was it immediately brought me back, and I was like, "This is great." I knew all the words and stuff like that. So that scene was awesome.
Yeah.
Turns out they fixed up the wrong house, not this shack. It was actually Danny Trejo's house.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yep.
He lives across the street from the shack.
He does. Yeah.
And then Nora, she loses it a little bit. She freaks out. She's like, I'm done with this shit. I want to go listen to Joe Cocker.
Yep.
It's all she wants to do the entire show.
She's back to the record store, just spinning it, listening to it.
Because it was her dad's song.
Yep, and she doesn't have enough money to buy
the records. So she just goes and listens to it at the record store.
I just bet they don't have like the library or something.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Or just like get like a free Spotify account or something. I don't know.
That's not the same as
it's the vinyl.
Yeah, come on.
So she's listening to Have a Little Faith. And then finds out that the Mayhem is having a huge concert at the Shack, and she's like, I'm shutting this down. She's all mad. She goes there. Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem sing Joe Cocker, Have a Little Faith for her. Fucking breaks her little black heart. Yep. And she's like, all right.
Bam. It bleeds red, and she's back in it again.
She's back in it, baby. And this is where I saw something that I didn't notice before, but I really like that. The Electric Mayhem, they're like they're magical, you know, and it's not even just like the Muppets stuff. Like at one point they talk about how they're magical, and I figured it like because a lot of times they have like the Muppet stuff, everything is like silly and stuff like that. Well, how do you explain that now that we're in the real world? How do you explain Dr. Teeth just all of a sudden whipping out Mai Tais in the hot tub, or like they're out 2 minutes? 2 minutes later, they got a huge party with Steve Aoki, Billy Corgan, and like all of a sudden they got fireworks at this concert, and they're doing it, and they don't age.
No, they don't age. They look amazing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they have magic powers. Yeah. And it's changing this whole thing for me. I'm looking at it in a different light.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And I like it.
I didn't think about that until you just said it, and my mind blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want to try to think about who has like more like because I don't think like Animal has magic powers. He can't be trusted. He can't be trusted.
Okay.
With magic.
Really?
Because he would just
bam, 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 boom.
Yeah, he would just do weird stuff with it. Okay. But I bet definitely Janice has some sort of magical powers. Dr. Teeth for sure. We saw that a lot. Yeah. He's like the Gandalf of the situation.
Yeah. Who's the one? Oh, there's not in there. Isn't there a Muppet like throws like penguins that explode?
Yeah.
That's not in this group though.
No, there's a guy that throws fish.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're not in this group.
Not in this group. No. And then there's another guy that does bombs. So you're mixing the two of them together.
Wait, the fish don't explode.
No, I don't think so. I think there's the other guy, the red. He's got the collar, and he does the exploding things all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the fish explode. I don't know. But yeah, so they decide they're gonna make an album with her, and then they're like, but in 9 weeks we're going on a little R&R, and then the show ends with a literal cliffhanger when their van like spins out and they're hanging off a cliff,
and then they break the third and fourth wall.
They do, and they're like, Disney Plus is gonna love this cliffhanger or something like that. So quality stuff. Again, that's the magic.
Half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. It was a half hour. It went by real fast, and it was fun. It was enjoyable. I definitely felt a lot of nostalgia for it. Yeah. So and it being like a spin-off too. Like it's such a weird thing. I never thought like you would have an entire show for the Electric Mayhem. You know, we always talk about like you always say that Janice is one of your favorites.
Yeah, she's one of my faves.
But it's weird to have like a favorite that's like one of the these tertiary characters.
Yeah, like now we're fleshing them out a little bit more.
Yeah. Like, so I thought I looked at spin-offs and like have there ever been spin-offs of like such like a a distant character that created like another show. And I have some examples.
Oh here. Wow, great.
So the show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, spin-off of Toddlers and Tiaras.
Right, okay.
Who would have known that Honey Boo Boo would become such a big star?
She just graduated.
From kindergarten?
No, from like high school.
Oh.
Honey Boo Boo grows up fast.
Yeah. Is she still doing the circuit?
I don't think so.
She's like the oldest one there, but or maybe she's probably like a judge on the circuit now, right?
I don't know what she's doing. She just graduated. That's all I know. So I literally just saw her today.
That's funny. You saw her today? No way.
Yes, on page 6. It literally just said, I think it was just her graduation like this weekend.
And her mom got real slim, right?
Yep. They're all out there living their best lives now.
Living their best life. So I did.
Well, I even know. I mean, I think Angels are the one from Buffy.
Yeah.
Did that make it? Like that to me, and that was a fairly successful
That's on my list.
One.
Yeah, Angel and Buffy. So that was like, not one of the core characters. Right. Definitely like a side character. Yeah, a very successful show.
Yeah.
Another one, Daria was a character on Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
which is
Totally
crazy.
different from each other.
Right?
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Like, I could not stand Beavis and Butthead. Love Dario.
Yeah. And then Better Call Saul, Saul Goodman, he was a side character in the show Breaking Bad.
Ah, okay.
He was like just a lawyer. He wasn't like one of the major characters, but they made like a show for him. And a lot of people say it's even better show than Breaking Bad sometimes.
Interesting. And it's still on now.
It just ended last year, and I'm actually like, it just the final season came to Netflix. I have 3 episodes left until the finale of the whole series.
Nice.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. That's what
I'm
I'm gonna do.
All right.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
One I found out was not a successful one, but I found out there was a show called Buddies, and it was with Dave Chappelle, and it was based on a character that he played in one episode of Home Improvement. I was like, what a weird random thing. Like, it was Dave Chappelle and Jim Breuer were on an episode of Tool Time on Home Improvement, and they had such a great rapport. They're like, we're gonna make a show around them. And yeah. And then they started the show. They got Dave Chappelle and Jim Breuer. They realized they didn't like Jim Breuer, so they got rid of him and put someone else in there. But Dave Chappelle and Jim Breuer were like real life friends. So then they didn't have such a good rapport.
No.
Canceled it.
Gone. All right. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
What could have been? We don't know.
What could have been. Yeah. Another one. Frasier was a character on Cheers.
Right. That's
which
right.
is a very strange one. It was just
Very
like a guy at the bar.
Yes.
In a show about a bar.
Yes.
And then they're like, let's take this therapist from this show about a bar.
Huge too. Like
and
its own.
Yeah. It was huge.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
That was a weird one. I liked Cheers a lot. Frasier was too highbrow for me.
Yeah. Very highbrow.
Yeah. Do you know The Facts of Life was a spinoff from Different Strokes?
Did not know that.
Yeah. So Mrs. Garrett was like the housekeeper for the Different Strokes
and
family.
Like the head of the school.
Yeah, and then this was for like
a bump up in salary.
Yeah,
or position.
Yeah, for like the first like season or 2 of Different Strokes, and then left to go be her own thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Mrs. Garrett.
Great theme song too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks a lot for all about you.
And I found out that Family Matters, perhaps you knew this, is a spinoff from Perfect Strangers.
Did not know that either.
Yeah, so it turns out that Harriet Winslow was like an elevator operator where
wait, in Perfect Strangers?
Yeah, where Balky worked, or who's the other guy? Larry worked. And then at one point Carl Winslow came to like say hi to his wife, and they're like,
and the audience loved
them. So they made a whole show about them.
That's right, because they were both in Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so weird. The other one I know is I think it's Empty Nest.
Yes.
Right? From Golden Girls.
From Golden Girls.
Yeah. I always thought that was really strange how they like wove that in at some point. Like, what is this?
Yeah, it was very strange. And then another one. All the shows from Kim Kardashian. Rob and China. What even is that? Those are definitely tertiary characters.
Yeah.
And then
I forget about Rob Kardashian. We hear more about China than him these days.
I Am Kate. Courtney and Chloe Take the Hamptons. Chloe and Lamar. Who are all these people?
I don't know. Oh, that reminds me of the whole spinoffs of the Jersey Shore people.
Yeah, all those reality shows have a million spinoffs. Jersey Shore, yes, they had like, Snooki Gets Down.
Yeah.
But those are all like the main characters, I guess, in all of these. I don't know.
That's true. Like the guy who like owned the t-shirt shop.
Yeah, they would have him. So I guess that leads us to this question. What would be some good spinoffs of like popular shows? Like the Friends. Friends.
Good question. Yeah.
Like Janice.
Oh, Janice from Friends?
Yeah.
What about Janice and Janice? It's like a gal power comedy.
Wait, there were 2 Janices?
Yeah, Janice from Muppets and Janice from Friends.
Janice and Janice. I love it. Yeah. Or just like about Gunther.
Ooh.
No one would watch that. He was so sad and depressing.
I think he died actually.
He did. R.I.P. Gunther.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so I like this idea. I think we're going with this.
Like The Office.
I mean, they're all kind of secondary characters.
Yeah,
like
you'd have to go even more like Vance Refrigeration. It would be about that. Like, Phil's his husband.
Okay. Perfect. That's a good one. Phil is his husband. All right.
Or even like the warehouse employees, you know, like
we saw him a couple of times.
Follow them around.
Yeah. Minus Daryl though, because he got too big, and he's still probably one of the biggest ones now.
Yeah, exactly.
What what are some other shows that are like? I like this idea though. What are some more like modern ones that we could spin off?
Oh, like that are on now.
Yeah. People like I don't think I haven't been watching a lot of them. What about like Succession? Did you watch that?
Yeah, no, I don't.
No,
so
okay.
I don't know. Probably just like one of the secretaries or whatever. I hate my life. Succession.
But it's okay. So then it's like with the poor people instead of the rich people.
Sure. Oh yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You could have the McPoyles or whatever.
There's a lot. Oh. No one would watch those.
No.
Oh, that's too. Those episodes are too cringe.
They are. They're hard to look at. Those creepy McPoyles.
But like Cricket.
Yeah, right? I would watch that show.
Yeah.
The trials and tribulations of
The Waitress.
Rickety Cricket. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's some good ones too. Artemis.
Waitress is Artemis. That would be a great show. The Waitress is too sad. What about like Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks.
Like
Oh wow, that's a good one. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good characters on that we can.
There are a lot of great characters.
Yeah.
That lady with the eye patch, Nadine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's a good one. Yeah, we can see more about her.
The log lady.
Oh, I'd love to know more about the log lady.
Yeah, just follow her around.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she'd just be drinking a lot of tea and like looking at the log all day. I don't think she'd be a very fun.
Yeah,
story.
it wouldn't be exciting.
No, maybe knitting.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then she spies on people. Although maybe it would be because she's spying on people. Mm-hmm. Or maybe we'll see from like the log's perspective.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to think of some more,
good
and
idea,
we'll pitch them to the networks.
Oh, this is what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's what we can do.
The writer strike. We're scabs. Total scabs. We come in.
We'll pop it into ChatGPT, and there we go. We got it ready to go.
Yeah.
What if Log Lady?
Exactly. Yeah. What show about that? I think you just have to put show about Log Lady.
Log Lady and Janice.
Yeah.
We don't say which Janice. We just see what happens.
Just see what happens.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
And this is gonna make an Emmy-winning television show. Absolutely guaranteed.
But of course, we'll take the ChatGPT and put our own spin on it. We're not gonna rip that up.
No.
Yeah. So we've got ethics.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just gonna be like our like skeleton.
And we'll use our ethics to push past the picket line and demand the lowest salary possible.
Yes, because that's what we deserve.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
We just want to get famous. We don't care about the money.
Just the fame, baby.
Exactly. That's what I always thought. I always said that.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of the writer's strike, it's like I was wondering, I'm like, is this gonna like affect the First Eps show here? But I've been hearing that a lot of these studios have like, shows like that are ready to go, like in the chamber. Ooh. For because we'd be watching a lot more reality television.
Hey, I'm okay with that too.
You are.
I've got a lot of subscriptions for us to watch on those.
Yeah, it's gonna be your heyday coming up when there's just reality TV is the only thing out.
Right.
So yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to the Muppets Mayhem. I want to hear your First Eps rating on a scale of 1 to 10.
I liked it. I thought it was really fun. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 as well. That sounds good because it was fun. It didn't change the world.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a laugh a minute.
No,
but it was comfortable.
There were laughs.
Was funny. Yep.
I LOL'd a couple times, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, the nostalgia was perfect. And now I'm looking forward to the next episode to look at it more from Dr. Teeth as a magical Gandalf, and see if that changes the way it works. I'm
excited to see more about what they do, because it's fun, as like you said, see these characters that you really never got to see fleshed out, like really around them now, interacting with folks instead of Kermit and Miss Piggy and Fozzie. Now we got a whole other group of people.
Exactly. And then to all the guest stars, like the actors and actresses that come on to the show, like you get to see that. It's always fun too. It's like, hey, look, now it's this person.
I mean, they were mostly musicians.
Yeah.
Right?
They were. Yeah, there was a lot of them.
Were there any actors?
The one guy in the drive-thru right at the beginning, he was from, I forget what his name is. He's from a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He was from Superstore and another show, The Night Agent. Okay. He was in that. I just watched. So, yeah, Yeah, good
Nice,
show.
yeah.
6.5. Like I said, it's not, changing the world, but a nice, enjoyable break
Totally. Something to put on
from
if you
everything
just want to
else.
watch something, just relax. It's fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. You can watch it with your kids,
Yeah.
and it's like you'll all get something out of it.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
My son gave it a 100. We asked him for his review out of 10. And
1
he
to
said,
10.
Yeah, 100.
And then we clarified, you sure? Because
Yeah,
we really
10 is the max.
100.
100.
So
yeah,
there you go.
bam.
I mean, if we average that together with ours,
Yeah.
that's like a
It's pretty high.
95.
It's pretty high. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for checking out this episode of First Eps. There's going to be a bunch, like the next couple weeks. There's a lot of great shows coming out.
All right.
So
We'll have to make some tough choices.
Definitely stop back and see what we got cooking here. At
Yeah,
First
y'all
Eps.
come back now. You hear?
That was good. Do it in French now.
Ooh.
Je
m'appelle Keith.
Je m'appelle Keith. Check out our YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Go check out Pop Culture Playground on YouTube. That's where you can find this show, a bunch of other stuff. You can find the podcast anywhere podcasts are found. And then we're still doing socials. TikTok for the time being until that gets banned in this state.
So stupid.
Twitter, I'm not buying a blue check, so I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty much Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Maybe. Otherwise, just call me. My phone number is at the bottom here. Just give me a call. I want to talk to you.
787 Muppets.
All right. Thanks so much. We will see you next week with more First Eps.
Bye.
Here we go. Red
Go
leather,
red,
yellow
go
leather.
red,
Red
red.
leather, yellow leather.